virtually from Kansas City, Missouri, or Overland Park, Kansas, where our office is. So my contact information is here. These slides are available to you, and you can contact me with any questions you might have. In India, ACBSP has 43 business schools that are members, and we have 17 of those 43 are accredited, have accredited business programs with ACBSP. So I'm going to tell you a little bit about our history. ACBSP's history: we were established in 1988. In 1988, AACSB and EFMD were the accrediting bodies for business schools. The founding schools, which were over 150 deans from colleges of business, founded ACBSP. They felt the need for alternative accreditation, one that focused more on the mission of the business school and on teaching excellence versus the heavier emphasis on research. We do still require research, but not as heavily as other accreditors. Our standards are non-prescriptive. They're outcome-oriented. They have always been outcomes-oriented. And we recognize faculty experience. We recognize faculty that work in industry as well as academically qualified faculty members. We believe that the experienced faculty members can bridge the gap between theory and application for their students. We provide accreditation for all levels of business degrees, from associate to doctorate programs. We are less expensive than any other major business program accreditors in the world. We were recognized by the U.S. Department of Education in 1992, and then we developed our framework on the standards after the Baldrige Performance Excellence Program. In 2001, we were recognized by the Council for Higher Education Accreditation, SEAA. In 2010, we changed our name. 2015, we hired our current president and CEO, Jeffrey Alderman, who would like to say good morning to all of you. He will be joining us tomorrow, so he will be able to say a few words to you at that time. In 2018, we started accrediting certificates as well as degree programs. We updated our standards in 2019, and 2011, we continued our SEAA recognition for our third decade in 2021. Here is our SEAA scope of recognition. We accredit business, accounting, business-related programs at associate, baccalaureate, master's, doctorate degree levels worldwide. That scope was awarded to ACBSP in 2011 and continues through our 2021 recognition. We use the Baldrige National Quality Program as the foundation for our framework, our standards. And so we're modeled on the education criteria of performance excellence of the Baldrige National Quality Program. And this framework is the leading edge of validated management practices. So many organizations, and you'll see a few in a minute, that work through this process, keep the process current over time by a continuous process improvement. The Baldrige program actually improves their process one year, their standards the following year, their process the next year, and their standards the following year. Now they call their standards categories, but synonymous to accreditation standards. So our framework also provides synergy and the power of benchmarking with the best. And these are some of the organizations that have been awarded the Baldrige program: Westinghouse, Motorola, Xerox, FedEx, IBM, and there's hundreds and hundreds of others. And there is research on the value, the ability for this framework to provide sustainability and continuous improvement and efficiency and effectiveness for all types of organizations, government, military, manufacturing, hospitals, and higher all education, actually. We just happen to use it, ACBSP, in higher education. Some little of the numbers of ACBSP, we have 1,000 campuses in the world. We have 702 member institutions. There's 1,000 campuses because those 700, some of them have multiple campuses. There's 800 campuses accredited, almost 800 within the United States, almost 300 outside of the United States in 60 different countries, and 13,000 plus individuals. And our membership, when a school, institution of higher education, joins ACBSP as a member, all of the business faculty are automatically members of ACBSP with no additional cost to them. Some of the benefits we'll go through now of ACBSP membership and accreditation. First of all, for the faculty, they get individual membership, as I mentioned, that provides them the opportunity for professional development as an evaluator, peer review mentor. They can serve on committees, regional and national committees. They can publish in our scholarly journal, and they can serve on one of our 4 boards. The business program level benefits: students are eligible for Honor Society, Delta Mu Delta Honor Society for baccalaureate graduate students, and Kappa Beta Delta Honor Society for associate degree students. The business program has external validation of their systematic processes. Best practices are identified within business programs that can be shared and published, and continuous improvement model is followed after accreditation. There are continuous improvement methods reported about every 2 years. Institutional benefits at a higher level are increased donations from businesses, local recognition of the campus within society, the businesses, the cities, the states, assists with regional or institutional accreditation for our members outside of the U.S., and it assists with national accreditation. Just mentioned that outside of the U.S. Some more benefits for students: improved student learning outcomes, higher overall satisfaction with business programs, quality of their education, improvement in student placement, involvement in strategic direction of the business unit as students become part of the advisory board, strategic planning, and so on. And students coming from an accredited business program can put on their resume and during their interview that they graduated from accredited business programs, and that has an opportunity to provide help in the hiring process, maybe a competitive advantage in the hiring process. So faculty, increase the number of doctorate qualified faculty through accreditation, higher levels of participation in scholarly and professional activities. And then we have resources that are increased due to accreditation, management added, equipment acquired, classroom utilization improved, support utilization improved, operational improvement wise, public relations improved, efficiency is improved, external benefits from accreditation, perception in the local community, enrollment of new students, engagement with employers and alumni, energized faculty and staff. When you're all pursuing a common goal, it can energize the motivation of faculty. And external perspective, you have that peer review, you have that review of your self-study and your site visit feedback that you can learn from and improve from. And so you learn from the feedback report, strengths and opportunities, and the benefit of strategic planning, so you can focus on some of the opportunities for improvement in your strategic planning process. Accreditation process aligns your efforts and resources which can provide better synergy for your business, college of business or business programs. And it's an integrated approach to management. This framework is a tool that is used for quality management, and it's focused on results and enhanced certification, accreditation efforts. So this information, internal organizations for standardization, the Joint Commission, North Central Association, self-study, maybe slightly modified and substituted in other assessments, and vice versa. We see that a lot of the responses for institutional accreditors can be used in the ACBSP self-study and vice versa. And most importantly, you become a role model and a status and pride. So once you're accredited, we have peer review conferences or peer conferences. People want information. They want to know how you improved your student learning, how you improve your public reporting. And so you become someone that other institutions and business programs come to seek advice. So I'm going to go through the 7 standards rather quickly, just to give you an idea. But, and again, it's founded on the Baldrige framework. Standard 1 is leadership, just looking at how the College of Business leaders provide their leadership process. Standard 2, strategic planning. So the long-term goals, short-term goals, and how the strategic plan is linked with all the other standards. Standard 3, student and stakeholder focused. This is really a satisfaction standard. Student satisfaction, faculty satisfaction, alumni satisfaction, administration, faculty, administration satisfaction, and on about your stakeholder. Are they satisfied with what you're doing and how you're doing it, and how can you do it better? Standard 4, student learning outcome assessment. Do you have learning objectives for every program to be accredited? Do you have assessment instruments to measure those learning objectives by program? Can you report the results over time to provide longitudinal data points so that you can identify trends with your student learning assessment processes? Standard 5 is faculty focus. Are the faculty teaching the classes qualified to be teaching the classes they're teaching? And we look at scholarly and professional activity in Standard 5, as well as faculty evaluation processes. So Standard 6 is curriculum, and basically how many credit hours does it take to earn a degree? And do you have coverage of the common professional components required by ACBSP for accredited programs? There are 11 common professional components within the curriculum. Some of them are management, finance, accounting, international business, ethics, and there are many others, but those areas are required to be covered in business degrees that are accredited by ACBSP. Standard 7, business unit performance, financial, budgeting, support, services, libraries, etc. And that is a real quick overview of the history of ACBSP, the benefits of ACBSP, and the standards for accreditation. I will be happy to entertain any questions.
Thank you, Steve. The box is still empty of the chat box. Questions are not there at this point of time, and definitely if there are any direct queries, they come to you. We will also be forwarding any of the queries as we go. And your presentation will also be featured in our website. As we do it every year, we update the presentation. Yeah. One small question from my side is I want to really understand what ACBSP's networking, what do you call it, the future of networking in, say, for example, we have 43 members. See, the thing is, right now, accreditation, member schools, have to be connected. They have to be chatting with each other. So this is something that definitely we are also very much interested, because right now, all the accreditation agencies that we are featuring together, they have more than 150, 170 members at this point in time. If these 170 members were to chat with each other, I think the great ecosystem might be developed. So this is something that personally for me, I'm interested. So what would be your view?
Okay, you were breaking up just a little bit. And what is the question again?
The question is that, yes, accredited schools, yeah, they have already crossed that particular goal, that, and then after that, they have to continuously improve and then show you that the improvement is taking place. But the member schools, they have to be connected with each other. They should be chatting. So what is the kind of arrangements that institutions like yours would make for making that possible? How do people chat with each other other than the conference?
Okay, if I understand your question correctly, you want to know what members, not accredited programs, but members that are not accredited, right, what benefits are they receiving as members? And so multiple benefits, I can just name a few. One is access to our website, where you have to sign in behind the website, where you have access to dozens and dozens of webinars of best practices. For example, Biola University in California presented a webinar on Standard 4, Student Learning Outcome Assessment, and that is recorded, and then it's in our library, our resource library for our members. We have, like I said, dozens and dozens of webinars that are there, that are best practices provided by our members there. And then we have conferences, and we have 11 regions and 11 conferences a year where the members can attend and meet other members. And as I mentioned before, when you're accredited, you become a role model. And so you then, as an accredited member, start sharing with the members that are not accredited, but maybe working towards it, or maybe trying to decide when they're ready to go for it. So they connect with our accredited members. Our accredited members provide training sessions, concurrent training sessions at the 11 regional conferences that they can attend and learn from. In addition, we have our annual conference for all of our members every June that they can attend, where we have 6 concurrent training sessions on accreditation. Let's see what other benefits. They have access to our research, such as pay and other articulation, several research areas within our website that members have access to. And I know I'm forgetting a few. Bill Parrott, I don't know if he can unmute. He can probably help me with some of those member benefits. Maybe he can't unmute, that's okay.
One thing, Steve, I think that for ACBSP plus other accrediting bodies, it's the ability to reach out to other members on a one-to-one basis. You can get access to emails, so it can become a personalized method. You get maybe not mentors, but you get colleagues who may be in the same spot you are. You can reach out to them on an individual basis. The connections through ACBSP, but the benefit is knowing each other, such as everybody here on this meeting today. You've all met each other, you all know each other from other places, but that the accrediting body is a place where you can have a common language and a common set of understandings. Great,
thank you, Bill. Bill and I have worked together for probably 14 years, and I value our partnership that we've had over the years. One other thing I'd like to share is since the pandemic, ACBSP started providing free webinars, free training sessions, conferences, and in the last 18 months, we've had over 7,000 members attend ACBSP processes. Or what we're trying to touch our members and stay in contact with them during this pandemic, and that's one of the best ways we've been able to do that. We have a coffee and conversation every Wednesday where myself and the Associate Director of Accreditation answer questions for an hour. So our members can link into that, and we have great conversations about the standards and criteria, about processes. So our members can come in there whether they're accredited or not. So there's a great amount of benefits to members as they come in and work through the accreditation process. Even if they don't, we have about 70 members, maybe 50 that are not a candidate for accreditation right now, but just members.
Steve, there's one query from Professor Ravi that our institute is offering PGDM Agri-Business Program. That is a farm program. Are we eligible for the accreditation? They say that the local accreditation MBA they already received. So can ACBSP apply to their PGDM in agribusiness?
Yes, they can. We accredit business-related programs as well as business degree programs. And the agribusiness is potentially a business-related program. What that means, it's like sports management, where there's a high emphasis on the sports and a little bit on the management. Agribusiness, there's probably a high amount of coursework in agri and a smaller amount in business. So what we require for business related is 25% of the curriculum has to be in business. So 120 credit hour degree, then 30 credit hours would have to be dedicated to business, like accounting, finance, management, marketing, and then they could be accredited through